Team, free pods. You have secured first position.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Layu and you are watching Gist to Layu. Please don't forget to subscribe. In fact, subscribe right now before you forget. Okay guys, so today, before I even go to go straight to what is happening today, let me give you like a summary of what happened today. So obviously the housemates woke up when the sounds were made. Big Brother always makes sounds for them to wake up, either animals crying or just music or one thing or the other. So the housemates woke up in both levels and they went to work out today. When they got back, obviously all of them showered and some went back to bed while others started working on their wager task, which is on Afrofuturism that they are going to display or present tomorrow on Friday. So that was going on, and then they prepared breakfast. Everybody had breakfast, and people in level 2 worked so hard on their wager task. They were working in unison, while people in level 1, there were some divided themselves because the presentation tomorrow is going to have some people who are going to do a debate. So they selected some people like Sheiks and Deji and two others that they are going to work on the debate, and it wasn't really going well because Sheiks was telling them that they need to start working and they kept postponing it, that they will do that later, while all of them were supposed to do a 3D item or model for the Afrofuturism that they are going to present tomorrow, but they were not really that interested in it. In fact, they were sluggish. I don't know why. They are starving right now because they did not win the last wager. So I'm still surprised that they are not putting all they can to win this wager so that they can have money to buy food. Because it's not just about having money. When you win, some of them have money, but they don't have the opportunity to shop. Luckily for level 1, last week or early this week, when they were shopping, they contributed up to 1,000 pocket naira. So that is a lot of money. So level 1 housemates were working in unison on their 3D models. And then Amaka was having this conversation with Groovy and Fina. They were talking about Groovy and Fina's relationship, and Amaka said the rate at which Groovy and Fina are kissing in this house, his lips are going to swell, and honestly, like, it's just too much. Well, it is their lives, and Fina knows what she's doing, to be honest, because she had this conversation privately with Amaka. They were trying to whisper, and she was telling Amaka that Groovy might be saved because of the ship that she's having, because her own fans will support to Groovy's fans in order to save her. Then, of course, before then, you know that she's the tail of the house. I'm talking about Fina. There's this sound, like the sound of a goat crying. It sounds, and Fina has to start talking as an alien, and when it ends, she stops talking as an alien. So when it sounded, she spoke for a while, then she went to bed, woke up and continued. If she does not want to speak as an alien, she will use sign language. So yeah, she did all that until it was time up for her to stop talking that way. That is when they were having this conversation with Amaka, Groovy, and Fina. Amaka was saying that she wishes Groovy and Fina's relationship all the best, for them to go ahead and have a good life. So I can't really say whether she's just saying it. Of course, I don't know whether she's just saying it because of the viewers, or that is what she would have really said to Fina. And you cannot deny, if you have been watching today from day one, you'll notice that Amaka is just, her personal content is her just singing loud or just making noise, like not really constructive noise. Generally, that's her normal content. She'll just be singing such that even if the camera is in a different room, you can hear Amaka making noise. But then she realized that clinging to Fina, or the friendship between her and Fina, was bringing a lot of content from her. So I think you cannot deny that Fina is helping Amaka's game a lot. Same as I would say Amaka is helping Fina's game somehow. So she was saying that she wishes both of them the best, and then she was trying to like imagine how their ship is going to be out of the house. And she said that that she has like a fling on Giddyfia. So she was saying that she can't wait for Giddyfia and level 2 to come to their level so that she can, start a ship. So she was asking herself that she does not even know whether when she starts dating Giddyfia, are they going to have like this kissing every day the way Fina and Groovy are doing? But then on the other room, these two besties, that's Daniela and Modella, they were having a conversation, and Modella was just laughing and saying that this thing that Amaka keeps talking about herself and Giddyfia, what if Giddyfia comes now to the house and does not even have her time, the way she's just making as if she already has a ship, or she's assuming that if Giddyfia comes to their level, they'll obviously have a ship. Now Giddyfia is shipping. I would say there is a relationship going on, whether it is clear or not. All I know is that there is a ship, whether it is defined or not, going on between Giddyfia and Diana. And Diana is Amaka's friend. Diana was also Amaka's roommate in lockdown before they got into the house. At the same time, Amaka had told Diana last week during one of their arena games that she is interested in Giddyfia, and at the time Diana was having issues with Giddyfia, so Diana encouraged her to go ahead. Now today is Thursday. On Tuesday during their arena games, Amaka tapped Giddyfia. I don't know whether Giddyfia was ignoring her, but she tapped Giddyfia like twice and he did not respond. He kept talking to Giddyfia, and I don't think that the energy that she was offering is the same energy that Giddyfia was offering. So I don't really know whether she's going to be heartbroken for the second time if they ever get joined and Giddyfia doesn't give as much attention as she's giving. So guys, let's go to the games of today. The games of today were sponsored by Oraimo, and the housemates were first given boxes containing their merch and some booklets. Big Brother instructed them, both levels, to read those booklets for 30 minutes, and then the arena doors will be open. And finally, the arena doors were open. Okay guys, so even though that they were putting on merch already from Oraimo, they got out and there were jerseys, different jerseys. The jerseys had 4 different colors, and for you to put on a jersey, you need to belong to a certain group. Now, of course, it is usually by luck. So there were 2 boxes, male and female, and you had to choose from the name of a group from. Female housemates first of all lined up and picked up the names of the groups, and then male housemates followed. So they were now divided into 4 groups, and the first part of the task of today was brain box. So though that one group was made up of 6 people, only 5 people could participate. So one person has to sit and be cheering. So while 5 people who were participating, one of them was reading the questions and was not allowed to answer. One amongst 4 people were the ones to voice out the answers with proposals from 3 fellow group members. Then Big Brother would choose somebody from the opposing group that is going to have the answers to say either the answer that was given was correct or wrong. So the first team started and they did quite well. The second team was the slowest. Okay, let me just name like the main people that were in each group. So the first team had Adenkule as the main person that was answering the questions or voicing out the question, and the second group had Bella and Sheks, who was the main people answering the questions while Fina asked the questions. Now their team was the worst for today's performance. Then the third team had Daniela and Hermes, and their team was like performed in 3rd position, while the best team for today in round 1 was the last team that performed, and it was Chomzi, Diana, Chichi, who was reading the questions, Giddyfia, who was voicing out the questions, and Brian, who was one of the main people proposing the correct answers. So this session was up, and the worst team was eliminated. That's the team of Bella, Sheks, Doyin, and 2 other people. Their team was eliminated and 3 teams were now left. And the next part of the competition was composed of 3 parts, and it had to be done in a particular way. So the first part was basketball, and you had to try 10 times, and each try is a mark. Then golf, and you had to hit the ball only once. And the number of times left, for example, if you hit the ball 5 times, you get 5 points. If you hit the ball 2 times, you get 8 points. If you hit the ball 9 times, you get 1 point. Then the last part, I don't know how they call that kind of game, I've forgotten how Big Brother called it. You had to carry sandbags and throw to fall inside a certain hole at a given distance. I'm going to show you on your screen, and that is what it entailed. Now, of course, you know that the 2 teams left have very competitive people. So Hermes in his team played the basketball and he got 3 out of 10. Alison played the golf and she did so well. She got 7 out of 10, meaning that she touched the golf ball just 3 times. Like, who does that? Then Dotun played the last part of the game. That was not for the second to the last part. That was actually not the last part. So Dotun played and got 1 out of 10. Now the next team, that was Team Freeport, had to compete against them for the second to the last part of the game. And Groovy played and got 3 out of 10 as well, just like Hermes did. Then unfortunately, Brian, that was representing his team, was playing against Allison and he got 0 out of 10 in his time of playing golf. And Chomzy had 1 out of 10, just like Dotun had done in the previous round. Now the last round, you know that this is Oraimo. They deal with audio models, audio objects, like microphones and all that. So they displayed things on the table, different objects on the table, and they were asked to collect other objects that were exactly the same from 4 cartons and parceled them exactly the way those items on the table had been parceled. So Chomzy first of all went to represent their team, but wasn't understanding what was going on. Then Giddyfia went to take over, and of course Hermes, who is very competitive, was against him. So Hermes represented his team while Giddyfia represented his team. And at the end of the day, Hermes got everything right, but for the fact that he forgot to put the manuals of the objects inside. But then Giddyfia got a few things wrong, and so Hermes, it was decided that the first person to finish will have 10 marks and the last person to finish will have 5 marks. But then if the last person to finish has everything right, better than the first person to finish, the last person to finish will have 10 marks, while the first person to finish will have 5 marks. So Hermes was the first person to finish and he got fewer things wrong, while Giddyfia was the last person to finish and also got more things wrong. So at the end of the day, Giddyfia got 5 marks while Hermes got 10 marks. Now at the finals, they had to calculate all the marks to see who is going to be the winner. And of course, Hermes' team was the winner, and Big Brother said they have a huge prize. Then surprisingly to all of us, Big Brother said all the other teams except the first team that was eliminated were going to have prizes as well. So the only people were the team that got eliminated first. That's the team of Bella, Shex, and the others. Guys, I'm not being biased by calling only Bella and Shex. Okay, Bella, Shex, Doyin, and I don't even remember. I'm not just being, it's just that those names are like the most common names. Okay, yeah, Bella, Shex, Doyin, Fina. So they are the only people or the only team that are not that were said that was not going to get anything at all. Okay guys, so that was the end of the competition. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you followed suit. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and please subscribe right now. Don't subscribe and run away. Please subscribe and keep engaging my content. Thank you so much. Bye.